Isn't this where we came in, love? What do you want from me? What are we doing? Who is it? Alright. Who is it? Welcome, everybody. Who do we have? Well, welcome, I am. Welcome, I am. Welcome, Linda. Not too far off. Welcome, Lorai. Sugar Shadow. Got to light the candle. Can't have a live without a ceremony. No, you know how it is. Alright, here we are. Hello. What is going on with everybody today? How is everybody today? We're almost Friday. It's almost Friday. Hello, Dame. You had surgery? Oh, God. Hopefully it was minor. How did it go? Hopefully it wasn't serious. Minor surgery? Day methods. Yeah, I don't know, guys. God. Kohlberger and date. I don't know. Kohlberger and date. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, glad you're healing. I hope you're healing well. Welcome, Terry Lynn. Welcome. Goodbye. Nah. We just started. I'm taking a slower approach. Yeah, it is almost the weekend, thank God. A lot of crazy shit happening. Right? Oh, God. Crazy shit. Like, well, what do you want to talk about? We talk about the case or we talk about crazy shit? God. I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Crazy shit. Case. Predictions. Cards. We got the cards. Yeah, I thought this would be more like how's the garden doing kind of live instead of Master Nature kind of live. You know, that kind of thing. Right? Thought it'd be more of a garden kind of live instead of me yakking my head off for 2 hours and, well, you know, being stupid. All right, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, we're going to do the cards. I better get the cards out of my safe. I have a safe with a rosary on it, and, well, it keeps all the special things in there from disrupting my house. Oh, God. Don't let it go too long, or... Welcome, Seattle Rain. Welcome, Snowpia. What hinges are we talking about? Oh, my door. I'm sorry. Look, you always have to lock the back sliding glass door, except on the night where your friends get murdered. I'm just saying, you have to do it, just except on that night. All right. Just coincidence number 7,652 in this case. Right. How many coincidences do you need? I'm really good friends with them, and I live right next door. But gosh, golly gee, on that particular night, I didn't hear a single fucking thing. Gosh, golly gee. Yeah, and I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't hear anything. All right. Yeah, these are my friends. Or... Well, yeah, my house abuts right up against their property, and guess what? I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear any dogs barking. I didn't hear people shouting or screaming. I didn't hear anything. Yeah, right. After you read that 7 times... No, listen. After you read that 17 times in the fucking documents, you're like, I think there's a problem here. Yeah. Weird. Anyway, we do the cards. We got the cards. Cards are there. You are here. Snowpia, Seattle. I am in Lynn. Loyal right. Like, okay, so I watched Harsh Reality. I watched his videos about getting an email. I watched that. Oh, God. I don't know. Fucking hell. I don't fucking know, man. Read up more. Look. And then I was watching this. You know what? Here's what I could do. Unless you have absolute 100% certainty that the person that you're seeing in these videos, if you could positively identify them, wonderful. But the same rule applies here. So if I get an email from somebody and says, well, guess what? These are the people who did it, right? Well, if you can't identify them just like you can't identify Kohlberger in the videos, well, I can say that about anybody, right? I could say, well, that was that was Quinn Kelly driving that black SUV. Right? I could say it's anybody sitting in that car that could be driving this car, right? Well, here's why, right? And you know this, my Garden, and this is what frustrates me about these people in this case and the people in this space, right? Look, I have footage of things. I have video footage, right, of cars. Sure. Okay, fine. Well, we all do, right? But it's just a matter of who you want to put in those cars. I could put Brian Kohlberger in one of those cars, right? I could put, Quinn Kelly in one of those cars. I could put Jack DeCore in one of those cars, or Jack Showalter, right? Or whoever. Whoever your heart fancies, I could put in the car. Because nobody knows who was in the car. None of the cars. Right? Including Kohlberger. So you can't just do that, right? Because if you're going to use the same principle to tag other people in doing this crime, well, your tag that you're using is the same tag that was used on Kohlberger. There's not much difference here. And so you have to use a different tag because your story is not going to work. So even though I send you a really long-ass email about this case, right, if you're using the same principles that were used with Kohlberger, well, you're going to fail every time. You're going to fail, right? I'm going to think you're a fraud, and it's fake because you're missing a few screws here, right? You're missing the Kohlberger screw, and so that's the problem. When people try to construct emails to make themselves sound like they know exactly what happened in this case, you're always going to miss a few things. And one of the biggest things that people miss when they concoct this shit is that they forget to take the vantage point of how Kohlberger was gotten in the first place. And so they miss this piece. And that is what gives them away. If you want to figure out who's a fraud in this case, right? Well, they're missing a few pieces here. So anyway, that's a long story to say. I watched the Harsh Reality email episodes. Yeah. But you forget how they got to Kohlberger. It's the same way that you're getting to your suspects. Read up more and whoever else you want. I could say Victor Cruz. I could say, I think Cruz was involved in this case. He smoked cigarettes down on the first floor. That was the staging area. That's my opinion. That's where the staging area was. It was on the first floor. That's my opinion. But anyway, what's the point of this diatribe? The point is, I'm watching these other things, and I don't typically do that, but because there's such hoopla around it, I'm like, well, I better fucking watch it. And so I watch it, and I'm like, yeah, this is ludicrous. Well, why did I even fucking tune into it? Well, there's so much hoopla around it. Yeah, you just have to watch. It's nothing. Look, you think it's read up more? Fine. Well, show me read up more in the fucking house. Like, show me read up more in the house then. It's the same principle with Brian Kohlberger. Show me Brian Kohlberger in the house. You can't. It's the same principle. So you got to be careful when you're constructing emails that you feel are clever and you're putting video attachments to them and shit like that. Yeah, but you're using the wrong principle in what you're doing. And so you're a fraud. Right away you're a fraud because your logic is you're missing a great piece in your logic. You don't know it, but the outside observer can see it. Me and you, me and my garden. So anyway, look, it's Plastic Fantastic Lover. Plastic Fantastic Lover. It's, man, we want this to be true, all right? And then what happens in a conspiracy, and you guys know this, we attach it to other conspiracies. Like, well, it lines up with the Papa Rogers thing. Well, that's another conspiracy that you're trying to link things to, right? I mean, come on. And that's what people do, right? They say, well, if you look at this shit and then you look at that shit, well, they're going to line up. No, they don't line up. They don't line up at all. They don't line up. But you spend hours and hours trying to look at this shit and try to figure it out. And try to connect the dots, right? And then you realize you wasted 16 hours of your life because some idiot wrote you an email. Whatever. Harsh. I mean, come on, man. Look, I know you. I know you. I know what you do and I know your game. It's cool, man. Whatever. I have no beef against you at all. I'm just saying. I mean, I guess there's just different ways of presenting things, right? That's all I'm saying. There's different ways of presenting things. You can present something in a what do we call this? In an exuberant fashion, right? And you can present material in a what do we call it? A tabloid sort of fashion, right? Where you click on shit. We could do that. Or we can look at this information that we get and we ponder on it for a long time. We say to ourselves, no, I don't think I should put this on my channel. All right. No. Because if you're actually looking at this information, you're being scrutinizing, and you're playing detective, well, you're going to think to yourself, nah, I don't think so. Now, I guess when you reach critical mass at 75 to 100,000 subscribers, you could just put on shit and people will eat it up for breakfast. And then what's the problem with reaching critical mass, right? Now I could do a 17-minute clip about something that I read in a tabloid and present it to you in a fashion where you think, oh, this is some big new information that's coming out, when in fact it's not anything. It's just some idiot writing an email. That's all it is. So we got to keep things in perspective here in this case, right? You wanted the best, you got the best, right? That's part of the reason why you're here. It's not to be a tabloid, but it's to look at the information that we have and scrutinize the fuck out of it, right? Until we break it down to the fucking salt and pepper of what the issue is. That's how nitty-gritty we go with some of this stuff. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm just saying here. Let's get back on the balance beam here. You know, I think we need a rebalancing sometimes on what we're looking at. You know, I think the fun and the comic book shit comes from the documents. That's where I feel the comic book lies, is in the documents. In fact, the documents are one big comic book to me. They are. All of them. It's one giant comic book to me. Yeah. Limited edition. Well, not really limited, but... Anyway, I was going to present some of that to you. But then, like, you know what? I forgot the point of this video, which was to talk to you guys. So I already forgot the purpose here. But like I said, we take over the world in 2026, right? And then we're all sitting in mansions by the gardens there, out there. What are they called? I forget the fucking canyons. But anyway, then we all have mansions, love. And then we look at ourselves across the way, right? Across the canyon. And we're sipping on our Bloody Marys at 9 a.m. in the morning, and we just give ourselves a gentle nod across the canyon and say, "Oh yes, hello, how are you today?" All right, across the Great Divide. All right. or a black screen. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know, Master Nature. He used to be such a good boy, and then he started playing rock and roll music, and the whole neighborhood went to shit. Then all the old folks in the neighborhood, they would pound on my door and say, "Why does Stanley play his rock and roll music so fucking loud in the neighborhood? Look, we all have dementia. We're just trying to ride it out. I don't want to hear rock and roll music in my dementia. Please just let me wander and get hit by a car, or a double-decker bus would probably be better, actually." Okay, good night. It was such a good night having you. I hope you didn't strain your neck too much watching shit. All right, hang on. Stanley, why did you leave me? I don't know. I made you macaroons and pasta salad and shit, and you're spitting it back in my fucking face. Well, your cooking fucking sucks. It sucks. Alright, but you know, well, it's a good call, yeah, but you can't do that, though. You can't. They will revolt against you, Master Nature. They will revolt. Look, you were at Master Nature here. Listen, being your accountant and all right. Look, you were at 1921, and now you are at 1918. I mean, yeah, that's not good for business, Master Nature, so I think we need to make an executive decision here. All right. Hey, it's the garden. Hello, everybody. All right. Welcome back, Seattle Rain. I should pull that shit on you guys. You're like, fuck off, man. Like, oh, wait, who do we have here tonight? Oh, hi, Snowpia. Oh, Seattle Rain, so good to see you again. Where have you been? And you'd be like, I've been here the past 30 minutes, asshole. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Jesus Christ. Is he even paying attention to us at all? Like, what is he doing? Great. Oh, no, I didn't pause it. The fucking chat pauses. I didn't pause it. Don't shoot me. All right. All right. Jesus. Crazy times, love. Crazy times. Well, I talked to you guys. Listen to me. Now, this has nothing to do with the case, but in our psychic realm here, all right? I told you about this long time ago in a live, a long time ago. I told you about this concept. But anyway, it has nothing to do with the case. So it went under the cracks, right? However, we're talking about this veil of illusion. Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other concept. We'll get into that some other day. The veil of illusion. Yeah, that's a whole other topic. Whole other thing. Well, like, what are you talking about? Well, it depends how you want to take it. Like, if I explain it to you this way, well, then you're not going to take great offense to it, probably. Because I'm going to explain it to you in a way that I make sure you don't take offense to it, right? But then somebody's like, well, I don't understand that interpretation of what you're saying, and so then I have to say it in another way. Yeah, right? And sometimes when you have to, like, change the level of what you're saying, right, you can take on some sort of offense, I guess. Weird how that is. The tone changes of the retelling of a story. So your tone is going to change. Slightly. And that's, anyway, the point of that is good body language to know, and yeah. Unless, and that's interesting with this case, unless you already kind of recorded your voice, and it's just being projected into like a scene, you know. Like people who lip sync and shit like that in concert. Well, that's what I'm talking about. It's people like that who they're not actually singing live. They already have their vocals pre-recorded, and they're playing to a live ambience in the studio. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And the actually only live parts of those shows are in the very beginning when the band starts playing, and at the very end of the show when the band closes the show. It's extremely, that's a big illusion, but it's true. That's what people do these days. They're not like real live shows. You know, that's not what they are. No. So, anyway, crazy how that works. But, whatever. Has nothing to do with what the fuck I'm the case or nothing. Yeah. All right, here we are. Good night, Seattle. I'll be here all week. Jesus. If I wanted to go to a fucking 1955 fucking beatnik fucking rally, I would have went. What are you doing? Jesus. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this though, love. Hang on, I know. We'll get to what we're gonna do. Don't worry. This is the prelude, love. This is the prelude. But I do like this. You know, I've always found it. Yeah. All right. Wake up, love. There you are, love. You love it. You take it, love. All right. You like that, love? I hope you like that one. All right. It's a nice prelude. That's a nice prelude. All right, let's get on with what we're doing then. All right. Couple things. So, that is the relay, love. That's how we get information across. It's a relay. Great song. One of my most favorite Who songs ever. Right? We're talking about the relay. Yeah, you know what that means. You know what that means. Right. I don't have to spell it out for you, do I? All right. All right. So I thought we'd do one of two things tonight. We can go through some ISP documents. All right. That's choice number 1. Or behind door number 2. Right? And I do read the chat. Don't look behind the curtain. Don't look behind the curtain. All right. Or door number 2, right, is we do the cards. So one or the other, ISP documents or the cards. All right. Think about it. I'll put you on a 1-minute timer, and you discuss it amongst yourselves. And the idiot has to go and smoke, and he thought that would give you a good break to think about what you want to do, and set some goals for the new year. And it's all right. You can think whatever you want. You really could, but setting some goals and pressing forward with them, well, that might be a good thing. I mean, what are you waiting for? I mean, really, Jesus Christ. Look, I have an intern up here, fucking Dot, and, the coffee is, I have never had such fucking horrible coffee. Have you ever had somebody make your fucking coffee for like 20 fucking years? And every time they fucking made coffee for you, it was fucking burnt. Like it was fucking burnt coffee. And you had to drink this shit for 20 fucking years with a smile on your face. Like you couldn't say like, this is the worst fucking coffee I've had ever. 20 fucking years you've been making this fucking coffee. And it's burnt to fucking piss. Like, you never learned how to fucking make coffee in your life? Why are you serving me this shit for 20 fucking years? I don't fucking get it. And then I had to put a rope around the guy's neck and drag him like across a fucking canyon. And that was fun, but the rest of the shit, after that I couldn't drink any more coffee. But the fun part was I rode him across the canyon, and he didn't make it too far. That was fun. But anyway, the coffee though was fucking horrible. The coffee was fucking terrible. So yeah, Dot really pisses me. Dot pisses me off a great deal. You know what I mean? I don't know. You fucking still fall for it. You still fall for it. You still fall for Dot. I don't fucking get you people. I don't fucking get you people at all. Dot's not real. Come on, guys. Dottie is not real, guys. She ain't real. She ain't real, guys. Well, that's the nature. They're gonna learn one way or fucking another. I mean, maybe I do have to do fucking horror slam fucking poetry. Maybe I have to fucking do that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with you fucking people. I really fucking don't. God damn. Where the fuck did they come from? I don't idea, really. Well, you can market that. We'll just put it out there. Well, a frisbee is a good idea, but I guess a frisbee. Sure, why not? I guess who wouldn't want a frisbee? I don't know. Everybody wants a frisbee. I don't fucking. Anyway. Well, it's in the merch store. It's in the fucking merch store. All right. That's so much for self-promotion. Thank you. Good night. All right, so guys, what do you want to do? The cards, documents. What do you want to do? Welcome, Mrs. Jaw. Don't push me to the butter realm. You know what happens when we go over the butter cliff. There ain't no turning back there, baby. All right. Then we start rapping all day about those fucking kids. I'll tell you what. Get the fuck out of my face. All right. All right. I don't want to see no. Listen to me. I don't want to see no bubonic plane walking down the fucking road. All right. Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't take the piss. Don't take the fucking piss. Don't take the piss. The cards. The docs. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. I sense conflict. Being the psychic that I am. Conflict. Give me the cards. Give me the docs. Fuck off. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know. Compromise, I guess. We can do a compromise. I'll show you like one doc, and then we'll do a card reading. How's that? Yeah, that's good. Docs are important. They are, for sure. Agreed. Agreed. I can't disagree. They are very important. Well, that's true, Mrs. John. How much more shit is in there? Well, it depends what reading. That's a good question, because it's like, wait, how many readings am I? Like, that fucking. I'm on reading 6. I'm like, well, that seems more bullshit than reading 5. You know, like, that seems a little more bullshit. You know, like the more I read this shit, it's weird, very weird. The documents are very weird to me. They're very strange. They're very strange. And the more I read them, the more I'm like, wow, this is fucking strange. Like, yeah, it goes beyond what's written in them. It's like, even the construction of the document, to me, it gets to a level where it's like the document construction itself is fucking weird to me. You know, like the way the document's structured and shit. Strange. I don't know. Weird shit like that. But, yeah. Let alone the content. But, you know, whatever. I'm like, well, how do they put these things together? You know, what are they doing? So, some interesting shit in there. Like, you know, at the very end of the ISP documents. Oh, we should look at that. But at the very end of the ISP documents, and I'm not a lawyer, but, you know, like, there's several documents there at the end of the ISP documents where we have people from the Idaho State Police calling a list of defense people who would testify for the defense. And I always found that very strange, because I'm like, well, why are they calling these defense witnesses? I didn't understand that piece here, you know, because that seems like you're tampering with witnesses. to me. Like, you have the Idaho State Police calling these people. And what they're doing is they're calling them and they're asking them, what are you going to testify to? And I read shit like that, and I'm like, isn't that considered like tampering with witnesses? like, am I misreading this? Because I never understood that. And when that shit started, all right, in May of 2025 is when that fucking shit started. And that carried on for at least 30 days. All the way up through June 2025. And then all of a sudden, what comes up at the end of June, beginning of July, is the plea agreement. That's when we see the plea agreement brought forth, and that's when things go south. So it's just coincidental that I'm reading in the documents at the very, like in May, okay, on through June, that we're calling people who are going to be testifying for the defense. I just find that very strange from the Idaho State Police. I didn't think that was like normal practice, like to be calling defense witnesses on the phone, and then not only calling them on their phones, they're asking about what they're going to testify to. Or they ask this, or what do you think you're going to be testifying to? They're asking them these questions. It's right in the documents. And I'm like, is that normal practice? Does that happen in every state where like the state police are checking in with your defense witnesses? I've never heard of such a thing. Hey, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a fucking lawyer. But that doesn't sound right to me. I mean, that sounds like you're tampering with fucking witnesses. Absolutely. I mean, look, you want to get philosophical, we can get philosophical here. But if I'm the state police and I'm calling defense witnesses, right, who are going to testify against me, and I'm going to ask them what you're testifying to, I think that's called tampering with witnesses. But I don't fucking know because I'm not a lawyer. But that seems to me what they were doing. Like they asked these questions. Did the defense team contact you? Yes or no? If they did, what did they ask you to testify to? Now, you know what? I'm going to show you that. I think we need to see that because that doesn't reckon with me. That does not reckon with me at all. That seems like I'm tampering with fucking witnesses. Yeah, if I'm doing it on the behalf of the state police, not the defense team, I'm tampering with witnesses. That's like me, the defense attorney, calling Bill Thompson's protected witnesses on the phone and asking them, what are you going to testify to? You can't do that shit, right? Well, let's, what, I'm going to read that shit to you because it's very strange to me. Well, yeah, okay. I tell you what, we'll take another quick break and then I'll read you some of those fucking documents. It's the very end, the Idaho State Police documents. The last portion of these documents have always bothered me because they always seems like we're tampering with witnesses. And so again, I'm not an attorney. So, let me know if this is like standard practice, for a case like this. I find it tampering with witnesses. That's what I look at it as. Hey, it's fucking bizarre to me. Okay, quick break and I'll show you what I mean. And welcome back. All right. Here's Johnny. All right, baby. All right. Hey, don't give up. Hey, don't give up on me yet, baby. All right. Don't do it. All right. Hey, look. I may be limp sometimes, but not all the time. All right, loves. You know what I mean. All right, love. Oh boy. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know why that's funny to you, asshole. I think you're a fucking weirdo, actually. I mean, why would that make you laugh? My God, Master, you're fucking disgusting. Thanks, Stanley. Yeah. Always here to help you, you fucking asshole. Yeah, that goes for me too. Fuck off, Master. Fuck off. All right. Hey, give us some bread sometime. Hey, how about this? You stingy fuck. Give us some fucking bread. I mean, why don't you ever feed us? Oh, that's an old throwback. Hey, that's to the old garden. Hey, old garden, you remember that? You remember those times where we were fucking hungry? And the master, he wouldn't fucking feed us nothing. He's a stingy little fucker back there. Oh, my God. We have to write little fucking things in his notebook and be like, can you fucking can you feed us? You're a stingy fucker. That's for the old garden, though. That's the old garden. All right. That's for the old heads. All right. All right. Right? It's like doing a Dark Star in like 1984. No. It's like, yeah, right. It's like that. Like, wait a minute. I remember the Dark Star from 1969. And like, fuck off, because there's no comparison. Fucking hell. Alright, quick break. Documents. Quick break, documents. What do you have stashed all over the fucking house? That's pretty much. Well, what are you stashing then? Yeah, twisted one. You're fucking twisted, man. I don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get you wrong. Right. The rounder we go, the wider we get. The wider we go, the rounder we get. Faster we go, the wider we get. Width of a circle. Width of a circle. All right. Width of a circle. Something like that. That's right. Something like that. No, I don't know.
This message is brought to you by Apple.
Uh-oh. Hang on, we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Hang on. Oh, there they are. Love, there they are. Width of the circle. There they are. There's a little Bowie. I'm sorry. A little bit of Bowie for you. All right. Good. Little bit of Bowie. All right. Just a little Bowie or so. We may get back to Mr. Bowie. Just a little bit. All right. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I'm going to show you. All right. Quite a few of these documents. They're interesting to me. Now, look, again, not an attorney, but this seems really strange to me. Very strange. Okay. I don't know. This is the state police doing this, which is weird to me. Maybe that's allowed in Idaho. I don't fucking know. But I would consider this inappropriate, at the very least. Let's see. Yeah, so this is witness list follow-up. Let's see where this shit starts. Yeah, so we start at supplement 204. and then the real fun begins. Because I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, once I start to hit number 204, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so let me show you. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so here we are. All right, so this is 204. This is where we are, 204, right? So once I hit this patch, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Weird. Oh, fuck it. Fucking shit. All right, so look, this is way into the case, right? We're May 30th, 2025. Okay, right. So I'm the Idaho State Police, Gideon. I contacted multiple subjects by phone who had been identified as witnesses by defense counsel for the upcoming trial of Mr. Kohlberger. Kohlberger had been charged with the murders of the four. All right? I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Did I started reading the wrong book? Wait, what? Yeah, that was my first time. I'm like, wait, did I miss something? All right. So let's read this shit. So on May 30th, 2025, this is what I did. I contacted multiple subjects by phone who had been identified as witnesses by defense counsel for the upcoming trial of Mr. Kohlberger. Subjects contacted and details of the interview are as follows. Like, what the... I'm like, maybe I left the planet. Maybe I went to a different planet. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so this is all the people we're contacting. From the defense. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I have no idea what's going on. So, right, this is what we're doing, though. He had been subpoenaed by defense counsel for the first trial, but has not been subpoenaed for the new trial. He has not had any contact with defense counsel for Kohlberger. This is what we're doing, though. This is Idaho State Police. I don't understand this. He has not received a subpoena or had any contact with defense counsel for Coburg. He was interviewed by defense counsel around April 2024, which was arranged by Washington State University and was attended by a WSU Attorney General. He has not received a subpoena or had any additional contact with defense counsel for Mr. Coburg. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand this. This person received subpoenas from the state and defense counsel for Coburger. She has not had any direct contact with defense counsel for Coburger. However, retired attorney and family friend blank communicated once with on her behalf after she received her subpoena. Like, what is going on? You guys understand what I'm doing? Welcome, Julie Bain. Oh, yeah, I missed people. Welcome, Thomas. Aquinas up. This is witness prep. But I guess my question is, if this is not witness prep. No, it's not. Look, this is Idaho State Police calling you. It's not. This is. Yes. Where?